As the leader of the Booner Pad, I lead from the front.
All right, boys. Lock in.
It's our core foundation, man. Grit.
I'm fired up. I'm fired the up, boys.
It's pumping right now. It's got my juice pumping, boys.
Welcome to Crunch Time Sports with Jeff and Booner. It's Friday, December 19th, and we are back with a Friday show. We got Lions-Steelers to preview. We got our pick'em. Bless you. I'm sneezing too. Allergies are kicking my ass. Well, you know what? We're going to be great today. Got college football playoffs going on right now. I got Bama and Oklahoma in the background. Caleb Czarnik will join later. We'll get to talk to him. We'll do some pick'em. Finish our pick'em, NFL pick'em. We got a packed show today, Boone. And we're going to talk some Pistons. We're going to sprinkle some Pistons as well. So we got a lot of different things we're getting to.
Just like a Friday show, one of those fun Friday shows. Obviously preparing for this Lions game.
Which will be at DraftKings, by the way. DraftKings, Sports and Social in Troy.
Troy, Michigan. So, hey, people should come through. If you guys are, I know it's the last home game, so there might be a lot of people downtown. If you aren't going downtown, come to Troy, watch the game with the boys.
Or stop on the way back. If you're just tailgating, you're not going to the game on the way back, or if you're not
post-game show.
Yep.
Or on your way down, we'll probably be there a little early as well, so you can stop in. But yeah, no, we're going to be there. It should be a fun show today. I'm pumped up. I love Fridays, and especially too. I don't know about you. I've been getting in like the Christmas spirit over the last 48 hours. I've been really, I've been feeling good. I'm ready to roll, man. I got this at the store yesterday. I showed you.
You know what? That's what you got for the dollar. You were saying the dollar store?
Yeah, at the dollar store. There's so many Christmas decorations. I wanted to decorate my desk here where I do the show. I don't have a name for the guy yet. I don't know. Maybe Jared?
You can come up with that. Jared? Yeah. There you go. There you go.
It's been good though. It's pumped up. And we too, by the way, for people who don't, we are going to have our schedule for next week fully good to go. There's going to be a lot of moving parts next week, I feel like.
Yeah, there's a schedule breakdown we're coming up with. So it'll be a little different next week, but just to get clarity on that, we'll be coming out with that at some point. It'll be on our social media, YouTube, all that stuff. So I know sometimes we go live at 8 a.m. and people are like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah. It's just with Christmas too, Christmas week, it's just everything's going to be a little.
Everything, it's a little different for sure. We won't have a show on Christmas Eve. So I don't know if that's breaking news or not. So no live show on Christmas Eve.
We could pre-tape a show. I just thought of that.
That's doing too much. I mean, what are we going to do, 4 hours in one day then? We'll do it.
Hey, we could pre-tape, come up with some fun things to talk about and to do. A couple things to do.
Yeah, well, so I mean, we could do like a best moments. That's usually what you're probably better than pre-taping like days before, but now we're doing it on air. We'll come up with something. All right, there'll be stuff posted, but no live show at least like we do daily. But we'll see. It's a crazy week next week. I mean, we have Christmas, and then you got New Year's coming up. I mean, we're almost at that time. We're getting to 2026. 2026, man.
That's going to be a fun year, huh?
It is wild. It's
Is there a chance? Wait a second. Do the Lions play in if they're regular season? Yeah, there's a game in January, first week of January, correct?
Yeah, well, yeah, that's the Bears game. Yeah.
Okay. I was just making sure because I was thinking, I was like, is there a chance that we don't get Lions football until September of 2026? Like, that's depressing.
Well, I'm going to say this too. We work on Lions games, so the date doesn't really matter as much because we already know, okay, we're working on that day.
Yeah.
Did you hear Panay Sewell? He's pissed off about Christmas.
I didn't hear that. Is there a video or something about it? I did not.
No, it was it was like a one-on-one interview Corey had with him. He had like quotes, but Panay said, it frustrates him. And honestly, you got to think like we're just talking about all the players. They have to go to Minnesota, okay, on Christmas.
Yeah.
To play in an NFL game. But think about but your argument would be, well, dude, they're millionaires, they're making all this money. Okay, cool. What about the equipment guys? What about the ball boy? What about the medical staff? Or like these people aren't making what these athletes are making, and they still have to travel and go on the road on Christmas. That's
I don't. If I'm being honest, if you're in I've said this like you before, and I like it's the same thing. Like the NBA has always had Christmas Day games, so it's like those people are always working too. I feel like it's just I understand why Panay would be a little. I think that the only argument I think that can be made with it is that for like the Lions or like teams that like the Cowboys who play on Thanksgiving, I don't think it's good of the NFL to put the same team on both holidays, if that makes sense. Like, hey, if your team's playing on Thanksgiving, that team isn't going to play on Christmas Day. Or if your team's going to play on Christmas Day, you're not playing on Thanksgiving, right? Like at least you're giving your players and families in your organizations one of the major holidays to be with their family. But yeah, I get it. I mean, but it's just one of those things, man. I know you don't want to work on Christmas Day, like people don't, but like the NBA has done it forever. I think the NFL has done it at one point in the past anyways. I think they just recently brought it back. I could be wrong if they have it in the past, but yeah, it's what those equipment staff, all those, that's what you sign up for. I would rather not do a show on Christmas Day. I'm going to miss the whole family Christmas. I would rather go do that. But sadly, I signed my soul over to.
Well, the point you made is true. It's if you're already on Thanksgiving. I mean, Panay has missed Thanksgiving, and now he's going to miss Christmas.
Yeah, that's why I think it's the both. Like NBA teams aren't playing on Thanksgiving, I don't believe. I think they're off because they play on Christmas. But for the NFL to be a little greedy and like
they're double dipping on
if you're going to double dip, at least make it fair for organizations and the people who within those organizations. I feel like that's a pretty fair ask. But for like having to work on both, I mean, we just cover the team. I call my family, hey, I'm working on Thanksgiving, not going to make it a Thanksgiving dinner. All right. Oh, 3 weeks later, hey, sorry, I forgot. I'm not going to make it to Christmas either. I'm working on Christmas. So I just missed all the holidays this year. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that sucks, dude. It makes no sense, to be honest, from the NFL scheduling side of things.
Well, I think we have to bring up at least last night, Rams-Seahawks, one of the best games of the year. And the controversial ending of the 2-point conversion that ended up being technically a fumble.
I think it was the right call, to be honest. I think they made the right move, no?
I think it's just I've never seen it. It's definitely it's technically I watched the clip. Technically, yeah, but the way they handled it, like the play essentially was blown dead. It looked like
no, so they did not blow the play dead.
And then they started basically getting ready to get off. Like everyone started moving on from the play, and they're like, "Oh yeah, actually it counted." Like that's where it was like weird.
The announcer said in time I was watching it, they were like, the play did not get blown dead. Like the refs did not blow the whistle. That was why I think Charbonnet picked the ball up. I think most of the players thought that the play was over, but the announcer said that the play never was blown dead when they were talking about it. So I think that's why it ended up. I think if it got blown dead, I think it's dead at the spot. Like, sucks for the Seahawks. But from what the announcing team said, and Al Michaels, how much everyone loves him, I guess.
Yeah, he's not getting a lot of love lately.
Yeah, dude, I thought they handled that well, to be honest. I know you're a Rams guy, so you didn't, but I thought that was very well done by the refs.
No, it's not that I'm mad about it. It's just like it is just kind of weird, like how a game ends like that. It's like, okay, like I don't even know what like. It's just a weird ending. Not that I have an issue maybe necessarily with the call. It's just like, okay, it ends.
Well, no,
like it sucks. That's the way the game ended. You know what I'm saying?
The game didn't end that way.
Or the 2-point conversion that it was a big play. It was a massive
play. To go to OT and then Sam Darnold. Don't discredit what Sam Darnold did, Jeff Iafrate. I feel like that's what you're trying to do.
The game essentially at that point was.
And then Sam Darnold goes to OT and destroys the Rams and gets a 2-point conversion and game over.
Yeah, Sam Darnold, I'm telling you, that's the problem.
He was the one that led them. He struggled in the first half, and then the second half he.
He's 2 touchdowns, 6 picks against the Rams in 2 games.
Yeah, that's fine.
Those are the biggest games.
He had 4 in one game, so it's really just last night he had 2 and 2.
Oh yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah, it was earlier in the year. He struggled. I'll say this though, what's crazy though is the Rams probably they could still get the number 1 seed, but they're like, I think they have like a 20% chance now, because I don't know if you knew this. Seahawks, obviously, if they win out, the Seahawks will get the 1 seed. If the 49ers win out, they'll get the 1 seed, because the final game of the season is versus the Seahawks. So it could turn into 49ers Seahawks week 18 for the number 1 seed in the NFC. And the division.
That's crazy.
The 49ers. What did I say at the beginning of the year when Klotz said the Rams are going to be the number 1 overall seed? I said, watch out for those 49ers. Now they control their own destiny.
Hey, by the way, Visionary Roar says Jeff is a Glazer, never defended the Lions versus Rams.
Couldn't agree more.
Defend what about the Lions? You mean DJ Reed couldn't defend anything? Are you referring to DJ Reed? I wasn't on the field playing defense. The Lions could not defend the Rams. If you want to get technical, Visionary Roar, I don't know what the comment means. Maybe I don't know the Glazer stuff. I don't know what you're talking about. But what do you mean I never defended the Lions versus the Rams? I mean, God bless you if you want to defend a team after that performance on defense. My goodness. Yeah, I mean, the Seahawks are, I think the Seahawks defense got absolutely torched, but the Rams defense isn't playing well either. So that was just the recipe. I mean, Stafford threw for 450 yards with no Devontae.
Crazy. Can we talk about Puka real quick? Can Puka get his stuff together, man?
He's had a hell of a week.
Yeah, just dude, he's so good at football. He seems like a great dude, man. Just head down and grind. You're in the middle of the season. You're doing these streams.
You don't need to join a
You're
stream.
tweeting after a game. Like they said the tweet, dude. I'm sitting there watching the game. The game hit double zeros. Within 30 seconds, I look at my phone and people are already tweeting out this Puka tweet. And I'm like, this has to be fake. I've just watched him walk off the field like 2 seconds ago. Guys tweeting out at the refs and then deleting. Sean McVay got asked about in his press conference. Was like furious. Like, what are you doing, dude? He's like, I don't know, man. I saw someone tweet out and said Puka's going down the A.J. Brown path, and I hate to hear that, man.
No.
I hate to hear that.
He's just doing dumb. He's just doing some dumb shit. AJ Brown, because they're different. Not saying it's one's worse or the other. I think AJ, the problem he has is he has problems directly with his quarterback. I think Puka's just being an idiot. Like,
no, I think they're saying AJ Brown problems off the field, like just making stupid decisions, doing stupid things.
Well, AJ Brown didn't have problems. Are you talking about Antonio Brown?
Oh, Antonio Brown. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Yes, I apologize. That's on me. I saw it as AB. That's on me.
Oh, got it.
And,
okay. I'm saying
I just thought AB. I thought AB.
Yeah, Antonio Brown. Oh, well,
yeah, they're like he's on his way to Antonio Brown.
Okay, now that okay, so he's got a little bit AB. You know, I don't know. We'll see. If he keeps doing this shit, maybe you have an argument. He's saying some. He's getting
into some trouble, man.
Yeah, he's been saying some wild stuff the last week. It's been and then he puts up 200+ yards in a game. I mean, it's just like the guy's insane. I mean, he's incredibly talented. There's no denying. He's going to win Offensive Player of the Year. I mean, he outplayed the only candidate he's facing.
Yeah, they're still. I guess it depends. These last 2 weeks, they're still. It's just those two right now that are.
The last 3 games, Puka's went for 150 or more. That's ridiculous? That's ridiculous. He said,
"You think he'll win offensive play during the yesterday going into the game? JSN, when we were on the show before the games, or when we were talking about it, JSN was like plus 100 by the end of the game, and JSN was the favorite at plus 100. By the end of the game, Puka was the new favorite at minus 120.
And bro, he has 114 catches. Like, well, that's not, like, what are we doing? That's insane. 114 catches, 1,600 yards, 8 TDs. He only has 8 touchdowns, and he's got how many? What did you say again? 3 games left. 2 games left? No, 2 games left.
Yeah.
I mean, based on his rate, he gets another 200 yards. I mean, the guys could get, he could mess around and get 2,000. I mean, based on his current rate right now. I mean, he might, that's with, I don't know.
He'll need 250 in the last 2 games, essentially. Just under 250.
Yeah, and he just got 225. Yeah, and he had 181, 167. He is just torching teams. I don't know who they play, but that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
JSN though, 1,600.
I was facing. I was in a tough position because I was facing Matthew Stafford in one league and I had Matthew Stafford in another league. So, Matt, I loved Matthew last night because of one league, and I hated him because of my other league. I'm in the playoffs in one and the championship in the other. So he gave me a boost in the championship, but then he hurt me yesterday. So that was tough.
Yeah, I went up against Kyron. So he only had 11 points. Let me say this, if Puka and JSN have the same exact stats the last 2 weeks of the year, who wins it?
What do you mean? You mean the same stats when they end the year, or the last 2
like
games?
these next 2 weeks, the last 2 weeks, let's say they each have exactly 100 and like 2 touchdowns, 100 each game.
What would be like the yard and everything difference?
Well, right now, that's what I'm saying. Like if they have the exact same, like if they both go out there and put up the exact same numbers the next 2 weeks, like JSN right now is about 100 over Puka, and he has 2 more touchdowns than Puka. So like I feel like you have to go JSN if it keeps. I still feel like Puka has to catch him, which he's been playing better. So you would think like play wise right now he's gonna catch him if they keep playing the same way they have been.
Yeah, and the thing that JSN has going for him is he has freaking. What does he have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 100-yard games, and he has like 3 with 90, 4 with 90 or more.
Dude.
Like 90 to 100. He's like 10 short of 100. So he pretty much has 100 yards. He could have had 100 yards or more in like every game, but like 2 if he just got a couple more yards in a couple of those games. So he's been more consistent than Puka.
It's gonna be interesting. These next 2 weeks it's those two. It just depends on who has the better final 2 weeks of the season. I wonder who they play. Who they both play.
Also, JSN sat fourth quarters. That's true.
He has sat a lot of fourth quarters.
Yeah, because they've had a lot of blowouts.
They play. I don't know who the Seahawks play. I know they play the 49ers. No, they don't. Yeah, they do. They play the 49ers and the Panthers. And Puka and the Rams play the Falcons and the Cardinals.
AG's Burner says, don't forget about Trey McBride either.
Trey won't win offensive player of the year. He's got like 1,000 yards. He's been good for a tight end.
He's the best tight end in the league.
Well,
he's playing like the best tight end in the league this year. There's no doubt.
By the way, I put 2. I know we need to get into some Lions talk and everything here. I put 2 future bets for the college football playoffs. I placed 2 championship winners.
Who'd you put?
First one, I think I told you I was going to put a bet on these guys. I put a bet on Texas Tech. It's plus 1,040. I boosted it. I got a boost. They were originally plus 800. I got them over a plus 1,000. Texas Tech, baby. I think Texas Tech has a chance to win it. And then I also took make sure I have it plus 2,000 Texas A&M. So plus 1,000 Texas Tech, plus 2,000 Texas A&M. Both on different sides of the bracket. One's about to have Texas A&M is going to have to go through Ohio State to get there, and Texas Tech is just going to have to go through Oregon to get to the Final Four.
You're rocking with Texas in general.
Oh, I didn't think of that.
Rocking with Texas.
I got some on the Texas boys, huh?
Yeah, you are. Visionary Roar.
Wow.
$50 is one videos. We appreciate it, bro.
Appreciate that, Visionary.
Let's get into. Appreciate you watching. That's big time. Let's get into injuries because we got to get to it. Yesterday we talked about some of the guys that are banged up. We officially have a ruling on at least 2 guys being out. Kerby Joseph out. No one is surprised, right?
No,
No one
that the whole Kerby thing is so interesting right now, man. That might be one of the most interesting things in the league currently.
Like, are we really just going to act like this guy's going to play? Like, I mean, is he going to be like a playoff edition? Like, what do we think? Like, because Dan barely talks about him, so they probably just, I don't know. Giovanni Manu out, and then you have questionable. This is big. 4 offensive linemen questionable. Tristan Colon questionable with a wrist. Taylor Decker questionable with shoulder, which he will play. Graham knee questionable, which is new, and then
I'm guessing he's out.
It feels that way. Christian Mahogany fibula questionable. I think he plays, and then Amik Robertson hand questionable. I think he plays. I think the guys that are going to be besides Kerby and Giovanni, but I think out of the questionable guys, I think Graham's the only one that is out.
Okay, yeah, I don't hate that. I think that's honestly just. Yeah. Tristan Colon, I don't know what's going on with his wrist. I don't think Tristan Colon's that big of a miss because I do think Christian Mahogany is going to be back ready to go. So I think Christian Mahogany is at left guard. Like you said, Taylor Decker, I think that's just rest. Like I know it says shoulder. I think they're just giving. I think he's on again. He's on the he's on the Frank Ragnow plan. That's what the plan they have him on. I think it's the Graham one. And listen, actually, never. Tristan Colon has stepped in at center. He's like your backup center. So, yeah, I just kind of connecting the dots there feels like kind of a big deal.
I think Dan mentioned Kingsley today, too.
So, yeah, then Kingsley. When we were at training camp, I know he played a little bit in preseason with the ones, just kind of rotating in, getting reps. So, it's going to be interesting to see with this whole Graham Glasgow thing.
I think Dan mentioned, I forgot who tweeted it out, but I saw. Oh, by the way, Kerby just posted.
What?
Kerby
breaking news?
Yeah, he posted like a thank you and shit to his supporters. I'm going to send this in our group chat.
Do you want me to pull it up? I have the tweet here from.
Yeah, I have it from Corey. Here, let me pull it up.
There's like a bunch of it. There's a lot.
Yeah, Kerby tweeted. Let me see this. So he put on his story. This is what he's been putting on his story. He put a lot. He said, decided to download the app again. I'm in good spirits. Thank you to all who reach out to me. Positivity and prayers. He says, I find it funny because it's people I don't know praying for me, and there's people laughing and enjoying my situation. That's kind of crazy. It's sad because I ain't gonna lie. I look at the bio after I read. I'm glad your career over, little bro. Oh my God, that's messed up. Yeah, he's apparently getting a lot of hate right now, Curry. I don't know. Oh, I know why. It's because the fake narrative that he's a dirty player. That's probably. I've just realized that people still believe this guy's a dirty player. Which the only people that believe he's a dirty player are people that have not watched any Kerby Joseph besides a couple of hits that he had maybe on Tyler Higbee, a couple Vikings hits. There is not, I mean, the guy is not a dirty player. I mean, anybody can see that if you pay attention to Kerby Joseph. But yeah, he posted a big message here, just basically talking about how he's in good spirits. Corey said it here. Lion safety, Kerby Joseph briefly returned to social media to thank supporters, acknowledge criticism, and said he's in good spirits while stepping back to focus on healing and life off of social media. You can see here. You can read these messages. You can pause the stream and read them yourself because I'm not going to read all these stuff.
No, what does it say? It's all jokes on here.
I mean, like he's got another. Don't DM me, man. I promise I'm fine. I can't text everyone back. Appreciate y'all though. Just a prayer for you, Z. And then he posted another.
Social media just to enjoy life and understand. I've been a football player all my life. Why not see me here? Well, I'm gonna lie. I might be promoting. But that ain't me. That's my team. Life is calm without. I don't know what that says.
Social media, no. It's basically cap with a B.
So he was just letting the people know, hey, I'm good, man. Like, hey, don't worry about me. I'm good to go. The only thing I'm worried about is I wonder if he's playing again this year. That's all. I wonder. The thing too that I think people, I don't know if he'll ever address it or if the Lions will address it. I don't think this is like a career-ending thing, but that just keeps getting put out there, and people keep having that conversation. I would love to know if this is an injury that's going to affect him long-term.
Hey, if you're these people out here DMing Kerby Joseph trying to hate on this man, and he's dealing with like a devastating knee injury, like go fuck yourself. Whoever those people are, those other fan bases, man, screw those people, man. Those guys,
get them, Jeff.
I'll never understand how a human can waste time is already valuable as it is, and you're going to waste your time to DM an athlete who's injured and say something like that, or say something just shitty in general. Like you're a piece. I mean,
yeah, there's a lot of bad people out there, man. It is.
Like, imagine being that type of human that has to DM a guy when he's hurt and be like, "Oh, you're dirty." It's probably like Vikings fans. No offense, Vikings fans, but I'm just assuming, or Rams fans. Oh my God, you dirty player! You know, saying a lot of other shit. But it's like, dude, you guys get a life.
Yeah.
Get a life, man. It's ridiculous.
It's not. I get it. It is fandom, so people are going to, but some people just take it too far. Just say things where
it's
a game, man. Like we're all humans at the end of the day.
We criticize players for a living. We're not going to sit here and say personal remarks at a player, like egregious personal things. Like we criticize their play. That's what we do. And if you're not good, we're going to point out. That
Klotz has said some crazy things about players.
Well, he's gotten.
He has gotten backlash for it. Yeah, for sure. He has gotten checked for it.
You know?
I didn't even think of that.
These guys were human. These guys were human too, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we'll see with Graham. I don't think he plays. I don't feel good about that knee injury. I think they're probably erring on the side of caution. You got to think from their perspective. We don't think they can win a Super Bowl. But if you want to rattle off 7 in a row, you're going to need Graham. And I don't think they're going to try and push him to play with a knee injury. Personal opinion. So I think they're going to probably, like I said, err on the side of caution, be a little more careful with the knee stuff.
Yeah, I think they're at the point where they just feel like I'm with you, the caution side of things. But if it's something that could affect long term, that's why I was shocked. Again, I keep going back when we had this Kerby Joseph conversation of like, why was Kerby playing with this knee injury earlier this year? Like, why wasn't he taken out, and why wasn't, there's some sort of conversation about trying to find ways to get this fixed. I know that a lot of people are saying, hey, this might not be something that can get fixed long term, but
all speculative. We just hear that.
Yeah, all speculative and allegedly, but it's just like this guy was playing on that, and he's like returned to practice at points this season and still can't go. Like, is that not shocking? For me, it's like that's kind of shocking, especially for your medical team.
Yeah, it is. I don't know. I mean, he's been out for 8 weeks rehabbing. What is another week going to do? I think if anything, he needs more time. And when I say more time, I think he needs an off season, whether that's surgery. Again, I don't know. I see someone in the chat, Xavier says stem cell therapy. I don't know what specific. He just needs more time. If he's playing with pain and he can't manage that said pain, then it's just he's done. There's no point rushing a guy. You just gave him a lot of money. The last thing you want to do is force him.
That's why I'm shocked they just don't shut him down for the year. I don't know if that's I don't know. It just feels like it should be one of those, hey, you're just shut down for the year and let's get you to 2026 or 20. Yeah, is it 2026? Yeah, 2026.
Yeah.
I forgot the year for a second because of the New Year's coming up. I was like, wait a second, what year are we in right now?
By the way, Oklahoma just scored. John Mateer. Everyone's keeping an eye. I think a lot of Michigan fans, if you're in the chat, he's been cooking today. I think he might have at least like 50 rushing yards on the first drive. But Michigan fans are probably dialed into this game right now because the rumors of if Alabama loses. Huh? Do you want Kalen DeBoer?
I mean, I would rather have Kenny Dillingham personally, but today it sounded like Kenny Dillingham was at the air. Listen, I've been so locked into it. There's been reports Kenny Dillingham was at the Arizona State Christmas party today. People said,
well, that doesn't.
But they still haven't signed him to an extension. I think what's happening, if I'm being honest, I think Michigan's trying to get Kalen DeBoer, and I think if Kalen DeBoer doesn't go to Michigan, I think Kenny Dillingham's ready to sign the papers for it. I think they're just sitting there waiting for that. And then that's the backup, which if I was them, I would just go Kenny Dillingham.
Yeah, you don't want the guy. I mean, that's just the reality. You don't want him to feel like a second option, but Kalen DeBoer's he's more established and shown more at a bigger program. So
but Pete Thamel actually just he reported, I guess, I saw this tweet because obviously there was game day.
I'm dying over here, man.
This guy hit all. Sound like an elephant over there.
Sorry about that. That's not me.
It said, where's this report that I read? Pete Thamel reports that Michigan is actively still after Alabama head coach Kalen DeBoer, and that Alabama has been working on trying to sign him to a new deal. So Bama's trying to keep him.
Oh, wow.
But it's up to.
Oh, you know what? I don't. Can I say this real quick? I like Kalen DeBoer a lot. He's a personal favorite. But you know what I think is crazy, or not crazy, but it's hilarious to me that his first 2 years at Bama, or even after his first year, people were already trying to fire this guy.
Now they want him to stay.
Michigan wants him. They love him. They want him to stay. You see, it's like you got a girlfriend. You're like, I don't know if I'm sold on her. And then all of a sudden, there's people that want her, and you're like, wait, no, actually, I want to keep her. I like her. I like her now because now I see she's wanted. Now I want to keep her. It's like, no, keep that same energy. Maybe Caleb DeBoer wants to go to Michigan. All right, I won't when Alabama wanted this guy out because he couldn't be Nick Saban.
So he's a Big Ten guy, I believe. He has.
I think he is, but I think he wants to be again personally.
Yeah.
I think he fits the Big Ten better, honestly. I think he just does.
By the way, too, I don't know if you knew this, but Kyle Whittingham from Utah, remember how he retired? His team put out there this week that he didn't he just stepped back from Utah. Like he just felt like his time was up there. And that he just felt like he overstayed
Michigan.
That he overstayed his welcome. And that he's let it be known that he is highly interested in going to Michigan if available.
They said Michigan?
Yeah, Kyle Whittingham's been linked to Michigan. They've said that that's a job that he would take if they would. But obviously he left Utah, and I think that's a good pickup. But he's he's an older guy, so you just don't know, Yeah, but he's a good coach, dude. He's a hell of a coach.
Joe Klatt, that's so funny. Like Joe Klatt he just did a show and he was talking. He's like, man, so many good things to say about Kyle Whittingham. I would send my kids to him. I wish him nothing but I wish for the best for his well-being and retirement. Enjoy golfing, my friend. Like,
no,
he's like,
made
whoa.
Allegedly, from what I've seen, he's made it known.
Trying to push his ass into retirement, everybody.
That he wants to be. I think he left Utah. I think people he said he was retiring and everything. I don't know if he put a statement out or if I was dreaming this when I read it. I could have been dreaming. But I think he put out there was just I felt like I overstayed my welcome in Utah. You know what I mean? He was I didn't want to stay there too long to where people started wanting me out. If that makes sense.
Quote, I'm in the transfer portal.
Yeah. Okay. There it is. And that's his team. His team puts that quote out. His probably his agent. This is our statement. Can we read his whole? Do you have his whole thing up? He broke it down, but then there's been links to him obviously with Michigan that I've heard. So
he declared himself a free agent. He said also. Yeah, I don't know, man.
I liked about Utah, man. That man pulled up in a Harley to college game day at 7 a.m.
Yeah, he's a great coach. I just don't know if the timeline fits.
Why?
I don't know. You're only going to get him for
6-7 years. I mean, at that point, in today's.
What's up with you in the 6-7, man? This guy's been on an absolute.
I didn't mean it. Come on.
No, I know, but you've just been saying it so much. It's actually hilarious. This guy's been saying 6-7 years. Oh god, yeah, no, you're probably right though. It's probably. I mean, what is he? 64, 66?
Yeah.
He ain't gonna be coaching in his 70s, bro. You know what I'm saying? There's no way.
No, I mean, you probably have. I mean, my guess would be you probably have, I don't know, 4 or 5 years with him. And in today's world, you're not really at least for Michigan, you're not rebuilding the program. You're going in there. You already have really good talent in the building. All his job would be to come in and keep the talent in the building. And, right away you're getting, portal guys and you're obviously setting a recruiting thing up. But it's not one of those things to where it's you got to really worry about him. Hey, it takes 3 or 4 years to rebuild a program.
No, not that. But it's just even at success, you have him you're on the back in the coaching search in 4 to 5 years.
Yeah, but I mean, it opens it up to where when he does want to like step away from the game, that he isn't. You are not Sharon Moore, but you're in a position to where you now don't have to wait until January to get into the coaching cycle. Like you could do it if you're in Michigan, you can do it early on at that point.
I would put Kyle Whittingham at like.
I mean, this guy's.
I put him at like third.
He's had good years, dude. Like I'm looking back in 2021, they lost 3 games in the regular season. They beat number 3 Oregon 38-7 at home, and then they beat number 10 Oregon again twice in 1 year, 38-10. And then they go to the Rose Bowl. And I'm guessing that was a college football playoff game. Is my guess? Maybe not. They just got out. They were just outside the college football playoffs. They take Ohio State in the Rose Bowl. They lose 48-45. And then this year they were 10-2. Like he's had Utah, a smaller program, every year, a 2 or 3 loss team, and winning big games.
He's 11-6 in bowl games, but he hasn't won a bowl game in 5.
That's because he's at Utah, man. You're essentially you're saying like, can Utah beat Ohio State or Georgia in bowl games? Because they're top 8 every year. They've been top 8 every year essentially. Yeah, you got to think about it. Like he had Utah this year 10-2. If he has Michigan 10-2, he's in the college football playoffs. He's not in the college football playoffs this year. They're playing Nebraska, and they're 10-2.
Hey, by the way, Dante, we have a couple I want to get to. Visionary Roar, $2, appreciated. He says, would y'all get Peter Woods or Proctor at 17? Peter Wood, no more interior. Give me Proctor. I'm sorry. And Peter Woods is a really good player, but we keep drafting interior defensive linemen, man. We can't do it.
What did Kyle Whittingham have over there at Utah? 2 first-round tackles.
Oh, yeah, they did.
They do this year. Can draft it.
Or they do. Excuse me. Yeah, the Lions should draft one of them. Any of them. Dante, appreciate the 20. He says, if John Mateer was available in the 4th or 3rd round, would you guys be fine if that was the pick for the Lions? He can sip you on golf a couple seasons and then he can take over. Thoughts? We're not doing. You big John Mateer guy.
I like John Mateer. I don't know about first round, but I have said. And listen, I'm not going to say.
He said third or he said
third or fourth.
Fourth, yeah.
Oh, then yeah, I don't mind. I have said, Jeff, you know my quarterback theory, and that's why I don't give you that much. I don't ever, when you hear me talking about Brad missing on picks, I don't ever say anything about Hendon Hooker. You know my theory with quarterbacks when you are a contending team. I've said it a million times, and this isn't just me spewing out dumb facts. These are real facts that a lot of contending teams, you've seen the Patriots forever do it. Like a lot of these teams, they go out and draft quarterbacks every other year or so. Just to try and, you got to keep that cycle, man. You want to try and keep it to where you don't have to, trade for a guy. You can find a guy in the building. 49ers did it. You just constantly draft guys. I wouldn't hate. I mean, you haven't drafted a quarterback for 2 years. In my timeline, Jeff, this is when you do it again. And I know you don't want to waste picks because you don't have a third. So it's probably not a good idea. But there's 2 things. One, some point they're going to draft a quarterback high before Jared Goff's contract's over, and it's going to be a shock to people, like first, second round. And 2, they're going to draft another quarterback later rounds at some point because you do need to make sure you have guys in the building.
I think they will draft a quarterback at some point. It ain't going to be this year, at least in the first 2 rounds. And if you're going to draft one late, I don't think it should be. I call it the Hendon Hooker rounds, 3rd and 4th. We're doing it Brock Purdy style. We're taking 6th, 7th. All right, that's what we're doing. 6th, 7th. 6th, 7th.
By the way, too, shout out to Dante for the $20, man. That was a great question. No,
appreciate it. But if you want to take a flyer on a quarterback, do it. John Mateer does not fit what the Lions want, dude. He's basically. Yeah. I'm sorry. I like John Mateer. He's electric. Guys are running back. You can't pass the ball. Okay,
that's fair. That's fair.
He's an athlete. He's a
find your Josh Allen.
I mean, he's 6'1", so he's about 4 inches.
I'm not saying John Mateer's Josh Allen. I'm saying if you're the Lions, I'm saying in general, find your Josh Allen. Just be patient. One's going to pop up eventually.
Or find you. Do like the you never know, like the Chiefs did. They had Alex Jones. They drafted Alex Jones.
In the teens.
Alex Smith. Alex Jones.
We're about to get flagged on YouTube. We might get taken down.
I'm definitely getting flagged.
This episode's never going to see the light of day.
Those are two very different humans.
Very. I didn't even realize you said it at the moment.
Alex Smith. And they traded up and got Mahomes. So
that's so funny, bro.
You never know.
I know we got more. What was that?
See, maybe you could find your Alex Smith. I don't know. Do you think you could do that too?
Maybe you could find your Alex Jones. Yeah.
Yeah. Or Alex Jones. Yeah.
You messed it up again.
I'm bridled now. That was crazy. I've never done that before. Hey, did you see Jay Steve says maybe they drafted injured Drew Aller? There's your Josh Allen. Penn State guy. 6'5", can move.
I'm out. If I'm being honest with you, I didn't watch any Penn State this year, so I don't know how Drew Aller did. Oh, he got out for the year. He got hurt.
He was hurt.
So there was no chance to see him. And I want to throw this up real quick, and I know we have more. But Steve said, "Wait, boy, I said Whittingham the other day. You immediately shot me down saying he was retiring. He was retired. Like he was retiring originally. Jeff even said he was watching Joel Klatt. And Joel Klatt was like,
wish him well
in retirement. This was in the last 48 hours, I believe, Whittingham. I don't know, Jeff, you had a tweet talking about it. I don't know when those quotes were posted. I saw those this morning. So like, this is like
yesterday at midday. Like
there it is. So it's like, this has happened in the last 24 hours. You know how in sports things change fast, man. I mean, we've seen, look at Frank. Frank retired, Steve. He came back or was about to. Mm-hmm. Do we have more comments? I know you said we had a couple.
Let's see here. Yeah, there's another one I wanted to address. Kevin Jeffrey, why did the Lions pass on Matthew Judon? The Bills actually signed him. Because you know what, guys?
What if he goes in like he's gonna? You know what's gonna happen.
I just don't think Matthew is the answer. Okay, right now he's not. So trust me, we could have made videos and content and segments about signing Matthew. Listen, we ask for things. We speak our mind. There are some things where it's like, I'm not gonna get on that. Everyone's making their videos about Matthew Judon. No offense to them. If it's their opinion, it's their opinion. I just don't. It doesn't make any sense. Would he even be better at this point right now than? Maybe better than Marcus Davenport, but he's not going to be like he's not going to play that role where he's defending every single down. He's not a 3-down guy. So maybe AQM's better than him? Obviously, I don't know. I don't see a role with him.
Yeah, AQM has 9 sacks on the year. That's essentially where you would throw.
That's like his role. He's like a third down guy.
And Judon has done that on the Dolphins with 0 sacks. So it's
surprised like the Bears didn't sign him. That's where I kept seeing everywhere. People were like, he's going to the Bears. He's going to the Bears because they don't have any. Bears defense still needs help, but he goes to the Bills, which is interesting.
That's good for them because Bills also they could use more and more pass rushers.
Good for the Lions. He didn't go to not that again. He's Judon from 5 years ago, but he can go on the Bills. That's fine. That's cool with me.
Him and Landon Jackson.
We're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get into Lions, Steelers. Players need to step up. Everything in between. And then also we'll get to Pistons at the beginning of the second hour. We'll talk to Caleb, all that and more. But first, you got to tell you about our friends over at Sleeper. We'll see you in a minute. I've interrupted the show to tell you about our friends over at Sleeper and specifically Sleeper Picks. It's very simple. You go on the app and you choose more or less than different players and their predicted stats. You can do it pregame, live, or across different sports. I have mine for Lions Steelers on Sunday, which you guys can tail. It's very simple. I have 4 picks for you guys. The first one, Aaron Rodgers, more on his passing yards against the secondary. They haven't been playing very good. And I also have more on DK Metcalf's receiving yards. Again, ties into that secondary. We've seen wide receiver ones for other teams go off against the Lions. It's been consistent. And I'm going to rock with Jahmyr Gibbs on the Lions. I'm going to go more 0.5 touchdowns. I think he gets in on Sunday, and I'm going to go more on the rushing yards for Jahmyr Gibbs. Use the code CT Sports. Go have some fun on Sleeper. It's one of the fastest growing, organically growing fantasy sports apps in the entire world, and Sleeper Picks is just as fun. Now, appreciate Sleeper as always for sponsoring. Now let's get back to the show. All right, let's get to it. We got Lions. By the way, TJ Watt was officially ruled out. So he is out.
Officially?
Yep.
Really?
Tom Pelissero tweeted it out. It's official.
All right, there we go.
It's official. Here's the tweet. Tom Pelissero, Steelers officially rolled out linebacker TJ Watt lung for Sunday's game against Detroit.
If you're a Steelers fan, you have to be so mad. In the middle of a playoff bet like push, trying to win the division. Like that's one of the probably the most. Imagine if you're like that trainer too on the team. Like you almost single-handedly potentially lost the division in 2025 for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, that's I mean
insane.
That person's got to feel so bad. I mean, I do feel bad. I mean, it's a
You
bad
feel bad for the person, the trainer?
Well, I feel bad for TJ Watt, but like I can sympathize with the person. You got to think like you don't think they're sitting there going, dude, like I just made the biggest mistake. I like he or she, whoever it is probably like, dude. Like it's bad.
I don't know how that works. Like, how does that even work? Was he just getting an IV?
I think they do. I don't know. They do something. They did it with like Tyrod, where they do like a shot or I don't know or something.
Is it something like an air bubble in the IV and that goes to your lung and it collapses it or something? Like
I don't know. See, I'm not the guy. I don't know.
I'm not that guy, pal.
Not that guy. Wish I was. Not that
I could
guy.
ask. I could ask my dad. He's in that business. So I don't know though. It's an acupuncture thought. They say it's not
acupuncture. Well, if it's I don't know. It could be that. Whatever it is involving a needle, puncture the lung.
How do you puncture a lung in dry needle therapy?
Well, your lungs like.
Is it that close? Could you do it like if you're putting needles in?
Right behind your rib cage. I mean,
you could get a needle that deep.
Would they shove a sword in this guy?
I mean, what? I thought when you do those like needle therapies, they're just like in like a little bit, just to like they're hanging there, and they're like,
dude, what did they?
I don't ever want to get those needle therapies now. I did not know that was a thing. How often does that happen? If it's happening to NFL players, imagine I just go to somewhere that I'm like, can I get this done? I'm not trusting a random person to do that. I'll never do that in my life.
Yeah, that's I mean,
if you miss the ribs, it's impossible. Like, dude, I'm saying I would have loved to see it happen, but like a fly on the wall of that training room when that happened, it's like they're just like putting it in, like, all right, here we go, and then boom, it's like his lung just and he's like, he's like something just happened. Like the panic in that room, like it's TJ Watt. Imagine the whole room in that moment. Like, no,
you dumbass.
Anyone but TJ. Why not Mason Rudolph?
Yeah.
That's nuts, bro. What if it was like something like the Patriots or the Steelers wanted a better pick, so Mike Tomlin called in a favor? Like, hey, that would be nuts, dude.
Hey, I appreciate nobody for the 5. He says, just listen to the Alex Jones messed up. Imagine Alex Jones calling it out of defense. Alex Jones tries to call out a lot of things. He's got a lot of things he calls out. I don't know how. He's got a lot of things he says into a microphone.
All right, goodness, Alex Jones,
his clips are so funny. I mean, they're the funniest.
He's something else, dude. He's
dude. If you ever are sitting out, if you're chilling, you just feel like laughing, go look up Alex Jones moments. It's hilarious. But yeah, so TJ Watt's out. That's good. I know offensive line injuries are happening to the Lions. Okay, so that's obviously you got to kind of balance it out a little bit.
And Nick Herbig, I believe.
Yeah, Nick Herbig, that's another really good player. So they're missing some guys. It's kind of an even banged up O-line. They got a banged up D-line. At least you got that going for you. We can at least, I do want to get in the conversation because we didn't get to do this last week, or at least this week, but 3 players that you want to see step up for the rest of the year. And then also you can kind of sprinkle maybe someone for the game this Sunday. Who do you want to kind of have a big one? Real quick.
Did the Steelers rule out certain players? Oh, yeah. Who was the guy that our dude yesterday said that was going to be a big loss for them?
Well, he mentioned a bunch of different players.
There was one specific guy.
Oh, Pierre?
He's out. James Pierre is out.
Yeah, he said he's been playing really well for them.
Yeah, I was looking at James Pierre is out, Isaac Samalo guard is out, TJ Watt out, Nick Herbig doubtful, which essentially means out. But their center, there was also their center that he said as well. It seems like he's off the injury report. Good to go.
That's really good for them. That's really good for them. You know who I'm thinking about this game, to be honest with you, a player I keep just thinking in mind. It's such an obvious player, but by the way, Jack Sawyer will probably play then. I just thought of that.
Plant the flag. Oh, wait, we're at home. Never mind.
Yeah, that's as close as he's getting. I mean, he's in Michigan, back in Michigan. But I keep thinking players that need to step up the next 3 games. I'm just going to get the obvious one out the way because I know you agree with me 1,000%. It's Aleem McNeil. And the reason why I say it's Aleem McNeil for 2 different reasons, in both he affects the game in 2 different ways. He's one of your best run defenders, and he's your best interior pass rusher. So when he's MIA and he's on a milk carton like he has been the last stretch of games, for the most part, you see the impact that it has on the defense. So for me, a guy that has to step up and play significantly better is Aleem McNeil. Especially this week, you got obviously those 2 running backs coming in, but Aaron Rodgers is a statue. And if you can at least be productive and win one-on-ones, this offensive line for the Steelers isn't some world beater offensive line. Aaron Rodgers is going to have, he can move a little bit, probably more than Brady could, even though, Brady looked way better at this age, but obviously Aaron can move a little bit better. He still is 40 plus years old. So I'm going to go with Aleem McNeil these next 3 games. He's got to be massive. J.J. McCarthy, right? Like that offensive line, they've had some injuries. Young quarterback, pressure him from the interior, make him uncomfortable. And then Caleb Williams, he just has to be impactful in these next 3 games. You don't want to give Caleb in that number 1 rushing attack, you don't want to set him up with play action and allow Caleb to be comfortable with, the running the ball, Ben's calling whatever he wants. Same with the Vikings. Like if you can stop the run or at least be way better and led by Aleem McNeil, then I think they're going to have a pretty good chance to go 3-0. So Aleem McNeil is the obvious one for me. One of the guys for sure. The next 3 games.
That was a good obvious one. I like that, Jeff.
Yeah. Figured you'd say it, so I'll just get it out.
Yeah, I was going to say Aleem. That I think should be on everyone's list. You wanted to stay defense? Let's stay defense. What about DJ Reed?
There you go.
You could say a week, but I think with DJ Reed, I speak specifically this week versus Aaron Rodgers and DK Metcalf. That's a task for DJ Reed. It was interesting this week. Shep comes out and says as well. I don't know if you heard this, but he hinted a little bit. He was like, our corners love to play man to man, but he was like, when you're getting beat as much as you are, I got to change things as a coordinator. So I feel like they're going to go into a little bit of a little more zone. And I know that's something they've done a lot earlier in the year. I would love actually, Jeff, to see the difference because remember when they were playing really well, we were like, hey, they're playing majority zone, which they haven't done in the years past with AG. They were a man team majority. I would love to know, since they've been giving up all of these yards, have they been man more often than not? And if that's turned, because then it's like, all right, maybe you should go back to a zone. But I think a DJ Reed, man, you need to get him back to what he was before that injury. I think that's crucial. I think if you get Aleem McNeil, like you said, to start stepping up, and then if you also at the same time get a guy like DJ Reed to start stepping up at a high level, like he was playing before that injury, this defense changes a little bit. You actually have a good corner, and then you actually have a legit defensive tackle, which is just in certain games the last 3 or 4 weeks, you just haven't had either. And that's been the disappointing part. The fact that at the defensive tackle position, Roy Lopez has been your best defensive tackle the last few weeks. That's concerning. So yeah, I'm with you with the Aleem. And then it's who's been your best corner? No one knows. You haven't had I don't even think you've had a good corner. There's been no one out there at the corner position the last 2 or 3 weeks where you can point out and say, yep, he's been good. No one. Even the Legion of whom. No one out there. You just there's been no one that's really stepped up.
Air guy, put in Whiteside.
Yeah, and I mean Nick Whiteside, he hasn't played he just plays special teams when he's active. But he hasn't been active. Like last week, they didn't activate him. He was out before the game. So I don't know. I just think with like DJ Reed, I think the biggest thing with him, it's just like if you get like you just need a good corner. You don't need like a first team all pro corner. Dude, you just need a good corner on this team over the next 3 weeks. And especially this week versus DK Metcalf, the way he's been playing and Aaron Rodgers has been playing. You need to have a good matchup there. And you need to not just win the matchup, but you need to, put a little bit of pressure on that matchup. You really do.
Yeah, I think the defense is going to have a lot of guys on the step up list. All right. There's no doubt in my mind. They're going to have to. Now, I will say, and I don't know, this is just me saying, I don't know how they might not even need this, but this is more an ideal step up for me. Can we get a tight end that can catch a ball? How about that? How about someone in this tight end room do something?
I don't know if that can happen. I really don't, to be honest.
Can we just get a tight end who can catch a ball? What happened to Ross Dwelly? I think
we're out on tight ends, to be honest, for the rest of the year.
We're just not using a tight end. Can we have someone just can catch a ball or two? You know what I'm saying? Zylstra. How about that? Zylstra. That's the guy I would like to see step up. It would be nice to have a third down option besides Amon-Ra St. Brown. You just have a tight end like Shane Zylstra who can get open, be like a little bit of a safety blanket. Because I think Shane Zylstra is capable. We've seen some things from Shane Zylstra. He's not obviously Sam Laporta, but
he did it last year.
I would like to see him in a bigger role going forward. Not that he has to be, again, dominate targets or catches, but I would like to see a little more Shane Zylstra, at least targeted going forward. I think it would help the offense a little bit. Not that they need too much help, but sometimes moving the chains, it would help.
I think this being his first week back, I think that's why maybe he wasn't getting going a little bit because it was kind of his first week back fully. But I think if you remember, like with the path of Shane Zylstra, he had the 3 touchdown game 2 years ago. He was decent to help out when Sam Laporta was a rookie. But last year, more specifically, I don't believe he actually made the roster out of camp. And they put him on the practice squad, and he didn't have the best year. But this year, going into this year, I don't know if you remember this, Jeff. Like when we were in training camp, he looked good. Like Shane was like the clear tight end 3, and they brought in a couple guys and signed a couple guys as a tight end. That they thought maybe could take Shane Zylstra's spot. I felt like that put pressure on Shane, and he responded well to it. But the only problem was he got hurt like right away. So you weren't ever able to actually see the Shane Zylstra out of training camp, it felt like. So I think, I'm with you. I think you need to find a way now moving forward. Like now it feels like you have a guy who's been in the building and has produced for you in Shane Zylstra. And the only reason, again, I think last week, the reason you didn't get that was because, first week coming off injury, kind of getting a feel for the game. But I'm with you, man. That tight end spot, if you can get just a 30% of a weapon out of that tight end room, you're right. You're opening up a little bit more for some of these guys.
Would it count technically saying Monty if he's not the one that's doing it? It's not his fault, but can we say Monty? But this isn't on Monty. I'm talking to Dan Campbell. I need Monty to step up or at least be more involved. I'll phrase it like that. Because this dude, you're going to need the next 3 games. We're talking about an offense here that has been inconsistent running the ball, and Jahmyr Gibbs is so incredible. You never know when he could take it to the house or be explosive, but you have someone on the roster.
I would rather
be already.
Before Monty, I think I would rather throw in like Graham Glasgow or Christian Mahogany. I think I would rather Christian Mahogany, if he's going to be healthy, that's got to be a guy over the next 3 weeks. If you're talking about a guy that needs to step up and give you big snaps, give big games, if he comes back, you see what the offense has been the last 3 weeks without Christian Mahogany. Imagine when he comes back, if he is playing well.
They need the offensive line to run block. They just have to give Monty the freaking ball.
Get the guy the rock. Can we make a shirt that says "Give Monty the ball" and put it out? How many people would buy that? If you're in the chat and would buy a shirt, feed Monty, feed David Montgomery. Just simple. Feed David Montgomery.
Bully ball.
Huh?
We would change it to feed Monty.
I say just feed David Montgomery. That's it. Just boom, boom, boom. In the blue. Would anyone buy that?
Yeah, he's a guy that's just getting underutilized. I wouldn't blame him if in his mind he's like, I don't know if I want to. If this is how my role is going to be, I can't be here.
I had a thought process yesterday that he has $6 million on the books next year, $7 million the year after. I think is the number breakdown. I had a thought that if the Lions and Brad Holmes are looking at saving money in certain spots, I saw people say to cut him. I don't think you would cut a David Montgomery, but a trade similar to what the Lions did with DeAndre Swift when they brought David Montgomery and Jameer at the same time, to where maybe that I don't want them to do that. I would rather keep David Montgomery personally. I think he's an asset to this team. But I had a feeling yesterday. I was thinking about Brad and running backs, and he did the same thing to DeAndre Swift.
Yeah, I don't know what they would want to do with David. I don't know. Because
keep that man here, man.
Yeah, I mean, again, he's still got talent. He's still a good player. I don't know if they look at it like maybe we could just draft a late round back or mid round back that could, because if you're not going to give him the ball, if you're going to give him the ball 5 times a game, you can go get a back that can do that. I mean, it depends on if you're actually using him in your offense, because the way they're using him is not $8 million worth. They're just not. You know what I'm saying? At least as of late, they're just not. So they gotta figure that out. They do. So yeah, you could probably. I mean, Steve Lehman says if they get rid of Monty and go just on Gibbs, that would be catastrophic.
I don't think they would get rid of him and just go with Gibbs. They would either sign another back like they did with David Montgomery out of Chicago for a decent deal, or they would draft. I think it would. I don't like that. I don't think you should. You have him on the books already. I think you should keep him, but that's
a decision they're gonna have to make. We'll see.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. That's another Brad Holmes thing. But I think he should stay, and they should use him. But I mean, God forbid I don't know what they think. I mean, they're not using him like a guy that they want to keep around. They should be that guy should be getting 8 to 10 carries a game.
Agreed. And it was weird the way Dan Campbell talked about it. Like he's like, I love him. He's a pro, but it just, he wasn't, it didn't seem like he was that. Typically you would think a head coach would be like, we're going to find a way to get him involved. Like we're trying, but we're going to, maybe I'm looking too deep into it and overthinking it. I don't know, but I just got a weird vibe from that press conference compared to what we've seen in the past with Dan Campbell and David Montgomery.
Yeah, we'll see with that one. I will say for this game specifically, I think it's going to come down to that O-line. If you want to see guys step up, it's going to come down to that offensive line on Sunday. Because I think this offense is going to have success, but the only thing that can hinder it is if you let Cameron Hayward and Derek Harmon. Who else they got on that defensive line? They got Hayward, Benton,
or Cam Hayward, yeah,
Highsmith. They still got some guys that can rush the passer.
No TJ Watt though. Acupuncture therapy.
But Cameron Hayward's been really good. I mean, even at his age, he's the number one high. He's the highest graded defensive lineman on PFF.
In the league?
Yeah.
In the entire league, Cam Hayward is at the age of 47.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
He's not 47 though. He's like 35, but feels like that man's been in the league forever. By the way, Oklahoma 17, Alabama 0.
You see what Lucas just said, Kalen DeVore? He said, this is what Michigan fans want. This is what Michigan fans want, Kalen DeVore. Which, by the way, yeah. I mean, we act like this guy can't coach. I mean, yeah, he's losing. He's in the college
playoff on the road at Oklahoma.
Yeah, and I don't think they're not good, and they're not that good of a team. I mean, Alabama's a good team, but they're not a great team. I mean, I think this Sooners defense, they are nasty. They are a nasty defense. They really are.
They are, yeah, no, 100%.
They're such a great defense.
And the game's far from over too, by the way. Like it's a long. These games are anything can happen. Especially what was that? Yeah, I'm with you on the offensive line though. To be honest, like it's and in the trenches, especially versus the Steelers. That's how you always hit to beat a Steelers team. I hope Lions fans. I was just like thinking about this today with the game. I just hope Lions fans aren't going into this game. I know you're 7.5 point favorites, but going into the game with the mindset of like we're about to beat them by 2 touchdowns. Like a Mike Tomlin Steelers teams, like they are always tough, and I know there are games where they have struggled over the last year, and you've seen or heard the boos to Mike Tomlin and people wanting him fired. But like it is still a tough team to play against week in and week out, and you have to be ready to go to battle. I think on Sunday, and I want to walk into this game personally, Jeff, and just saying, yeah, this is a rollover of a game. You know what I mean? Like this is going to be a battle, man. Like you got to come ready to play. And I think especially like I don't like the interior. I think it's like the trenches, but like even the defensive line for the Lions, it's like those guys have to step up on Sunday. Like you have to see Aleem McNeil make plays. I'm not even worried about DJ Reader. I know people, he's not playing. Like DJ Reader's the least of my worries. It's really like Aleem and Ty Leak. Like I want to see an impact, man. Like I really do. And they have 2 running backs in Jaylen Warren and Kenneth Gainwell who can, open it up a little bit on you and catch the ball out of the backfield and make plays. And you just cannot let that happen. You can't. I think I almost want to say like the bigger storyline of this whole game is the Detroit Lions defensive line after giving up 160 rushing yards to the Rams. Like I think that's and letting Matthew Stafford cut you up. I think that might be the biggest storyline of the game is this defensive line, this interior especially.
I mentioned how Cameron Hayward's the number 1 graded interior defensive lineman. Hutch is top 5 on PFF, so I don't know what's going on with. He's top 4 actually.
Pressures.
Yeah, he's behind Will Anderson, Micah, and Myles Garrett. Nick Herbig is 7th.
I told you Nick Herbig's someone to watch out for. He's doubtful though, so luckily we might not have to even deal with him.
Alex Highsmith is 13th, but yeah, no, I agree with you. I think this Aidan Hutchinson game, quite simple. I mean, isn't this why you pay the guy in these type of games? Like this is where you want Aidan to have like a sack and a half. Like this is where you want the guy to be like unblockable. Like this is why you pay a guy. You know what I'm saying? Am I wrong or no?
No, you're right. I just outside of the interception and then that, versus the Giants, that game-winning sack, you just haven't seen it from him. So it's just like, I don't know. It's. I'm not saying it. You're not wrong. I just think it's more so like I've been waiting. I feel like we've been waiting. It's like with the Terrion, and it's different than the Terrion interception because Hutch does produce and get the sacks. I think it's more so like, dude, I've been betting Hutch 2 sacks every game since week 1. I don't know if he has 2 sacks in one game. Yeah. I'm at the point. I'm so deep into it though. Like I'm at the point to where like he hasn't had it since week 4 versus the Browns, and I think I started taking it after that too. Like I think I like the Bengals or the Chiefs. It might have been the Bengals versus who was their the quarterback for the Bengals that week?
Jake Browning.
I was like, here we go, 2. He's gonna get 2 on him with the bad O-line, and I've taken it every week since. I'm at the point where I'm so deep into this bet where it's I have to take it every week now. Like I as soon as I don't, he's gonna get it. Yeah. But we just haven't seen like that type of game from Hutch, a multi-sack game. You've seen the interception. Like in the Rams game, he was incredible with the interception and a sack. Giants one, he really like outside that final play of the game, there was no like, hey, Hutch is here. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I just want to see it from Hutch before I like really like he can do it. He's top 5 graded at PFF.
He only needs. I saw that. Do you think this? Let me see this. We posted this tweet. ABC says, how many times have we said? Oh, he said, how many times have we said this is a Hutch game?
Every week.
Well, Aidan needs, what does he need? 2.5 sacks to beat his previous career high of 11.5.
Do you think he'll get it done in 3 games? So he needs 1 a game, essentially?
I think he gets 11.
Do you think he only gets 2 more?
In the next 3, yeah. I'll say a sack in 2 of the 3 games.
I wonder in the back of his mind if he knows. I have a Hutch take that I've been holding.
Player of the year next year?
No, I've been holding back. It's a kind of a negative. I think sometimes Hutch is more so worried about his sacks than he is maybe. Like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I really don't. I feel like just sometimes when he gets asked questions, like even post game, he always just alludes to like, well, I made this play, like this play that I made. But he never like talks like, I don't know. It's a weird feeling that I get from him sometimes when I watch his interviews. And you guys already know how I feel about Hutch. But there's just sometimes where it feels like he's more worried about him getting the numbers to going out instead of like, how did we look as a whole? Do you know what I'm saying? Is anyone? No one's catching my drift here. No one.
I would say I think
I'm the only one that gets that feeling.
I mean, his position. We do it. We judge you based on sacks.
Yeah, but like I don't really want to hear
maybe
like
not always the right thing, but it's just a fact. I mean, but I don't know.
I don't know. I guess I got to go clip some examples to break.
Yeah, show me examples.
I'll go get some examples because it's just like sometimes when I watch his post games conversations, he's a little too like, woohoo. And it would be like a game where he had a good play and he's like talking about that play. And it's just like, dude, like, I really don't care about that play. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I don't know.
Because show me. Send me some examples. I'd love to check it out.
And then like when he does interviews, like even for weeks during the practice and stuff, like he'll act like he doesn't really pay attention to numbers around the league, but then he'll like bring up things around I don't know. It's just such a weird.
That is crazy. Myles Garrett, 692 snaps, Hutch 849.
Yeah, the guy's
massive. People think
fatigue, dude. It's
think
real.
About 100 and what is it? It's more than 150. But more than 150 snaps. Think about that for a second, okay? It looks like, he's played 150 snaps more. Like, think about the snaps. We're talking 150 get-offs. Defending the run or rushing the passer.
Yeah.
Think about how crazy and as an athletic specimen as Myles Garrett is. That's crazy. That's a lot of snaps. I mean, ABC says 100% he deflects it in a way. I don't know.
So I'm not the only one that sees it then. Okay. So like, and listen, you guys know me, man. I'm like the biggest Hutch guy that you know, at crunch time. And there's just times though where he just, I don't know, in the media, he gives me a weird feeling to where he may care a little bit more about his sacks than he does. I'm not saying winning because I know he wants to win, but certain things. I'm sorry to bring that up. I don't want to be negative about Hutch, but
no, I didn't. It's what you notice.
By the way, too, I just want to throw this out. What a night tonight because there's the college football playoffs on right now, but there's also the Jake Paul versus
that's on right now.
Name? Yeah.
When does he fight? Or what is it on?
It's live on Netflix. Anthony Joshua.
No way.
It's on tonight. It's on Netflix right now. They're live. I don't know who the
prelims and stuff.
Yeah, I think right now. Let me see. I want to make sure I get the prelims right. It's Anderson Silva versus Tyron Woodley right now. What a matchup currently in the first round. Anderson Silva versus Woodley.
I gotta watch that after the show. I'm definitely watching that.
Yeah, I forgot about it. It might be. No, maybe it's done by the time our show's up.
No, they're not gonna fight till probably 11.
There's only one more fight until their fight.
Oh, really?
That's what it says here. Yeah.
Must not be a big card then.
I think it's a 4-person card. It looks like it started at 8, so there's already been 1. Oh, here we go.
Oh no! Oh no! The one they call Caleb Czarnik is waiting. Who is this? Caleb Czarnik out of nowhere. How's it going, Caleb? How's it going?
Gentlemen.
Big C.
What's going on, boys? How we doing today?
Good. Good. Caleb, by the way, that hat, man. Do you know what I'm going to say?
Yeah, I got a new one. I got this red one.
Do you know what I'm gonna say though about the hat?
That you like it, hopefully.
I've been asking for one of those hats for 6 months, man. And I keep getting told, I got you. I could get and you got a new one today. You got a second one before I got a first one.
Yeah, my boy will be home during like Christmas time, so I guess next week. So I could get you one, Boone. I could get you one.
Dude, is there certain colors or you know what? I'm not even gonna be picky, to be honest. Once I get picky, that's when I end up not just getting one at all.
Yeah, I'll get you one that I think would suit you the best.
All right, hey, I appreciate it.
By the way, ABC says 150 more snaps, essentially 2 to 3 more games. We were talking about Hutch a little bit ago, though. Is it Hutch fair? Hutch got it. You think he breaks his career high in the next 3 games? 2.5 sacks?
Well, that's the reason I tweeted out, because I think it's such an interesting question. I asked Gentry that last Saturday. I personally don't think he gets it. I think this late in the season, and I think you guys are talking about, I mean, he's played so many snaps. I'm not saying he's absolutely worn down, but there's definitely some fatigue to it. What 2.5 he needs? I don't think he gets it. I don't. And Boone, I think you make an interesting point too. I know you weren't alluding to that he's necessarily a selfish guy, but I do see it in interviews too, where, you know, if there's a game where maybe the Lions drop or something, or they don't play that well, but he gets a sack, you could see he's a little more giddy about
he even says something about it sometimes. He'd be like, man, it was good to get a you know, get to the quarterback and get that sack, man. Like, I'm really, and it's like, dude, like, I don't care, you got that.
Yeah, again, this isn't me calling him a selfish guy, but I do think he cares a lot about his sack number, because a lot of people, the conversation with him is, oh, he gets all these pressures, but he doesn't get to the quarterback. And I think when he gets those sacks, you know, he likes to gloat it a little bit, which is fine. That's what he gets paid to do, is to get to the quarterback. So, not selfish, but I get annoyed by it sometimes.
He's one of those guys too. And again, I feel like this is a Hutch hate session. It's not. Love Hutch, dude. But he's one of those guys too. I don't know if you ever see it, but like where there's like 2 guys close to a sack, and it's like example, say AQM clearly got the sack, but Hutch just like rolled in right after. Hutch is like the one running by himself, celebrating like you know what I mean? Like he's the one that got it, so they mark him for it. And then it's like AQM's over celebrating with a bunch of guys, and Hutch is like by himself, like, yeah. It's like, dude, you didn't get it. It was AQM. I've seen him do that multiple times. I love Hutch too.
Yeah. I mean, down this stretch, dude, Hutch has to be the guy. He has to perform. I mean, these past couple weeks, I've said it. Outside of the interception, man, where was he against LA? Where was he the week before that? I mean, there's games where I know he's played a ton of snaps and he's going to be tired, but man, he just disappears from these games. And I don't want to hear the excuse. I'm sure you guys have talked about it a little bit. I don't want to hear the excuses. He's getting double teamed and triple teamed. He's getting chipped. Go watch Crosby. Go watch Garrett. Go watch, TJ Watt. Go watch these guys. They're also getting chipped and they're also getting triple teamed, and they find ways to get to the quarterback. So, I mean, Hutch has to find a way these next 3 games to really make a difference for that Lions defense.
By the way, I think Anderson Silva just knocked Tyron Woodley out.
Wow. They're fighting right now.
It just ended. Yeah.
Did you guys
Anderson Silva just won.
Did you guys see that? I forgot what sportsbook it was, but they came out and said that if Jake Paul wins, they lose like $100 million. So they don't want Jake Paul to win. So
wow.
If for some reason, if there's any, I don't advise anybody in the chat to bet on this fight, but if anybody does, keep that in mind. Keep that in mind.
Wow. Can you even bet on that in like a normal sports book?
I think you could.
Yeah, you can. I mean, Anthony Joshua was minus 1,100.
Can I ask someone? I'm not a big
Why did Jake Paul take this fight?
I was talking to my roommate about it. Is Anthony Joshua like 6'6", 250 pounds?
So
yes, dude. He's so much bigger.
He's one of the best heavyweight boxers. He's lost some fights to really good boxers. But he's still obviously like compared to Jake Paul, like he should kill Jake Paul. Like
is Jake Paul out of his mind?
That's why I'm wondering. I'm wondering if Jake Paul wins this, don't you have to respect it or no? Like,
I would say so. I guess. I mean, if this guy is literally,
like Anthony Joshua has won. He's won the super heavyweight silver medal. So we're talking about super heavyweight. I mean, he walks around probably like 250.
Why did he take this fight? I'm confused.
Well, wasn't he going to fight? Who was he going to fight before this? And then,
that was Javante. So that's
he's going to fight someone smaller than him.
Yeah, he was, and he got.
He just went the complete opposite.
Yeah. Which honestly, he would have lost that fight too. Dude, he would have got pieced the fuck up. It's like, remember you ever watch, did you watch Floyd versus Logan Paul?
Yeah, I did.
You know how Floyd just pieced him up? That's what probably would have happened if he would have fought Javante Davis. I mean, it didn't really even matter. I mean,
so what do I bet tonight if I bet this fight? Should I just put
you don't bet this fight, Boone. This
to
is
go to the distance?
This is stay away. This is one. Dude,
this feels like a distance fight.
This says rigged all over it. I think it's the win for Jake, like AG just said. The win for Jake is just go the distance and just don't get knocked out. I mean, that would be like a win.
And he's not knocking Anthony Joshua out, right?
He's got KO power, but I would be hard. I don't know. That would be.
I think I'm gonna just bet the distance to go to the distance.
Yeah, Anthony Joshua. He's fought way better. He's fought really good boxers, heavyweights. Like. I mean, one punch from Anthony Joshua could absolutely eliminate Jake. I mean, Jake got rocked by who did he fight? He
got rocked by Fury. Yeah, and he lost to Fury. But it went the distance, though. That's what I'm saying. And Fury's bigger than him, I believe. So I feel like he's just going to try and go the distance.
And Anthony's even bigger than Tommy Fury. So he's Yeah,
I'm going to find a bet to put on this one. This is going to be a thriller. I can feel it already.
Boone, you got any skin Oklahoma, Alabama?
I don't, but I did. I'll tell you this before we get into everything else, Caleb. I do. I just have a parlay. Our guy in the chat, Hunch, sent me. I will say this, Caleb. I took Texas Tech to win it all at plus 1,000, and I took Texas A&M to win it all at plus 2,000. Both sides of the bracket. One of them's got to make a run.
Okay, yeah, I like A&M. I'm a Marcel Reed fan.
Texas
Go ahead.
Texas Tech is just, they're ranked offensive and defensively. They're the highest among both. Like when you look at the all, you know what I'm saying? And I saw someone talking about that. Typically the national champion has always been ranked the highest, top 5 in offense and defense. If there is a team that is that, and I think Texas Tech is that.
Yeah. If I were to take a national championship winner, like if I were going to put money on it, I'd take one of the teams out of the Big Ten, whether that's Oregon, Indiana, or Ohio State. When it comes to Ohio State, if they play against Indiana again, I don't think Indiana beats them twice. I think Ohio State is by far the best team in the country. I think just all around their defense is incredible. They have, one of the Heisman candidates insane. Obviously, Jeremiah Smith, Cornell Tate. I mean, they're just loaded. They're probably my pick to win the Natty. But Oregon, man, we talked about him a little bit in the group chat the other day. I'm a big Dante Moore fan. I've seen him make some like high level NFL throws in like some of the biggest moments this year. I think he's an absolute stud, and I think just Oregon as a team, I think they're one of the most complete teams in the country. I think they can make a run too. So I mean, out of everybody in the whole playoff right now, I'd probably take one of the Big Ten teams to win it.
Hey, Caleb, what'd you think about JB Bickerstaff? Refs are potentially biased? What's going on?
That was honestly like one of the most ridiculous officiated games I have seen in my whole life of watching basketball. So it all starts with Asar Thompson getting ejected after just going up and talking to the ref. Yeah, he might have been a little aggressive, but that happens all the time. We just saw LeBron do it.
Guys talk a lot.
Yeah, they let him talk a little bit. No, he tossed him. It was very one-sided calls all game. JB Bickerstaff has every right to be upset. But the one question I have, and I brought this up last year, especially going into the playoffs against the Knicks, is how much does JB Bickerstaff's, because he likes to talk to the refs, how much does his, I don't want to use the word complaining necessarily, but how much does him like talking to the refs affect the calls they get? Like, is that the reason they're not getting all these calls because the refs don't like JB Bickerstaff? I like that he's sticking up for his team, but at the same time, it's like, hey man, at some point you got to stop a little bit because you don't want these refs pissed at you going into crunch time with 3 minutes and 50 seconds left in the fourth. You want Cade to get these calls, you want these guys to get these calls, and I just think the refs a lot of the time they're just tired of hearing JB. And it's going to be a one-sided whistle. But, I mean, horrible officiated game nonetheless. I know the NBA made that call after they kicked Cade Cunningham, or they tossed Cade Cunningham at halftime. I know for a fact the NBA called and said, hey, you can't kick Asar Thompson and Cade Cunningham out of the game. You got to move that tech to JB Bickerstaff so Cade doesn't get kicked out of this game. Yeah, it was brutal yesterday. Brutal. Horrible. Hated it. Hated every second of it.
Xavier just shot 16 more free throws. Come on now.
Yeah, I mean it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Can we just not play? I mean, can we just what are we gonna do with this rotation, Caleb? 14, 15 man rotation stuff.
Yeah, you got to thin it out.
Dennis Jenkins needs to play. Obviously, he's playing some good ball, but they got Marcus Sasser back now. Who's getting out of this rotation, Caleb? That's the question.
You got to thin it out somehow. And the thing is you're probably going to bring some other guys in at the deadline, whether, you get another ball handler or you get another guy that can shoot. So there's going to be more guys added to this team. I don't know. All these guys are playing so well. Like, I don't know how you leave Javonte Green off the court. He's been phenomenal. Even though you look at his numbers, he's averaging like 6 points. He's shooting like 42% from the field, but he's just a hustle guy that's going to make some threes, get some rebounds. He's been phenomenal. Dennis Jenkins, you just brought up, came in late in the third quarter and sparked something for the Pistons offense. Ron Holland is a guy you don't want to take minutes away from. If there was a guy I could see getting kind of minutes taken away, it's Caris LeVert. I know they gave him a little bit of money this offseason, but I have not been impressed with what Caris LeVert has brought to this team. I thought
underwhelming. Honestly.
He has, and like I'm going to use the term ball hog because that's what he is. I mean, I kind of want him out there just as a ball handler that's going to be able to facilitate a little bit and score a little bit, but he just goes out there and tries to score and he doesn't do it efficiently. So if I had to take a guess, I think Caris LeVert might get his minutes knocked down a little bit. But when it comes to like taking someone out of this rotation, I don't know how you do it right now. I truly don't know like who you don't play out of these guys because everybody's playing so well.
Yeah, I just look Caris LeVert. He's actually shooting well in the year. He's shooting 46% from the field and 40% from three.
I'm just not a Caris LeVert fan at all. I'm just not. I'm sorry. Like I watching him play, I'm just not a fan. I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
And when we signed him, I was excited, and I had people telling me, they're like, Caleb, just wait till you watch this guy play. He's gonna bother you a little bit. Now I'll say this:
is it because he's a Michigan man? Is that why you hate him?
No, because I like Duncan.
Fair. Yeah, Duncan has been way better than Caris LeVert.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, but you gave Caris LeVert some money, so how do you? I don't know.
Someone said, I love Caleb, but why does he get to comment on basketball when he's 5'1"?
Sure. Okay. Nice. It's Christmas time. It's
come on.
It's around the holidays, and we're doing this. What are we doing? Come on.
Look what you started, Boone.
I mean, the doc's a lot of comment on football. Caleb's a lot of comment on basketball.
Yeah, the doc is 4'5".
Yeah.
He's all heart, though.
Yep.
He is. He really is. The doc is all heart.
he's a small guy, but he's got a lot of heart, a lot of fight.
I'm not gonna lie, boys. I'm just sitting over here trying to figure out what bet to put on for this Jake Paul fight. Like, does it go the distance?
I would say that's probably the best bet. What's the odds on that?
I don't know.
Either go the distance.
Fight to go the distance.
Booner,
Plus
this is going to
330.
be a ticket you see in your sportsbook app that you're going to wake up tomorrow morning and you're
be like,
gonna
why did I do that?
Why did I do this? I just threw a unit away.
I know, but
there's so many games to bet on tomorrow. We got NFL on Sunday. Come on.
I just might do a unit on to go the distance.
There you go.
Or Anthony Joshua plus 400 to win by technical decision or decision.
Before we get into pick 'em real quick, can I give one ginormous special shout out to Andre Drummond? Every single time I have bet on this man to get a double-double, he comes through. This man he's hitting corner threes like he's Klay Thompson.
Andre Drummond. People hate him. I love him.
He is awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Every time I bet him plus 240 today. Get a double-double. He
this
hit it
might
in
be
the third quarter.
Outside of Rip Hamilton, who is my all-time favorite Piston. I think Andre Drummond's number 2. And then there's Cade. But like Andre Drummond growing up, that was just like my guy.
Yeah.
That was awesome. I grew up Andre Drummond. It was first Rip until I was, 6 or 7. Oh, I did it again. I'm so tired of those 2 numbers, dude. I'm so tired of them. I'm so tired of those 2 numbers.
Nice one.
I'm not gonna lie. I 5 minutes ago put $5 on halftime tie for Alabama, Oklahoma plus 1,600, and Alabama just had to pick 6 to tie the game.
No, they got to pick 6
to tie the game, and I literally while I was talking, while you were talking, I was looking at bets, and I saw halftime tie, and I go plus 1,600. They're only down a touchdown.
Oh my God! I took Oklahoma.
You're got your whole half, but I took halftime tie plus 1,600.
I felt comfortable with the 17-point lead. But the
fat
lady wasn't singing.
I just need one stop here. Can we get a stop? Let's get a stop. If we get a stop, then I'm putting all of that on Jake Paul. Knockout. No, I'm kidding. I wouldn't do that. Man. That was a bad idea, huh? Jeff, how are you over there, man? A little quiet. What's up?
I was looking at our group chat after that Mateer pick real quick while you guys were talking. Lucas, I didn't know Lucas was a big John Mateer guy. By the way, that's why you don't draft John Mateer, guys. So.
And also, Lucas is an all-time premature take guy because him texting in the first quarter, this down up 17-0. Oh, this is the guy you guys want at Michigan, and now it's 17-17. He's all-time premature talking guy. He does it all the time.
That's good for Mateer. That's probably good for Mateer. Or is he a Mateer guy?
He's a Mateer guy.
Oh.
And he just threw a pick 6.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess he is. I didn't know he was a Mateer guy. I just found that out.
I think Klotz is an everyone guy.
Yep.
Besides Al Michaels.
Hey, by the way, I heard me and you were still tied for first.
We are.
How about I went first last week? You're going first this week. I went first last 3 weeks. So
because it's easier when I, as hosting that part of it, giving the pick first is weird. It doesn't flow well.
Also an advantage of that. So you go.
There's not, because you beat me this last week, and I go against you a lot. And you had a better record. You were down 1 game.
Well, so that's going into. Or have Caleb go first. Why not? Oh, no, Caleb should go last because he's in last.
I'll go first.
Honestly, it might help Caleb because
Caleb
has always gone last.
Don't read these records out loud. Just let me go first.
Last week was your best week, by the way. You beat me and Jeff last week. You gained ground. You were right on
and I will say my lock of the week did hit. Ravens minus 2.5.
Yeah, you're
on that.
You're right there.
And I have another one this week. If it's on the slate that you picked, I have another lock this week.
I have a theory with Caleb. I think Caleb goes last, and he overthinks some of it. He knows what he wants to pick, and sometimes he switches based off of what we pick. And I think that's all season. That's why you're in the gutter right now. So maybe you going first, you might go 10-0.
Yeah, let me go first. I need to start filling up here.
All right, so first game. Get some music, some music popping. Pick them. Jeff and I are tied for first. Caleb's about 7 or 8 games back. Almost said 6, 7 or 8 games back. First game, the Eagles, Caleb. They are 7-point favorites on the road versus the Washington Commanders. Commanders, no Jaden Daniels, obviously. Who are you going with here? This Eagles team.
So I'm curious to know what the spread would have been if Jaden Daniels plays. Because I don't think he's worth that many points. I don't think this offense looks much better with Jaden Daniels in it than it does with Mariota. I think Mariota's done a fine job. Obviously, they've played some ugly games, but Jaden Daniels didn't look great when he was healthy anyway. 7-point spread. You said the Commanders are at home?
Yep.
Don't think it matters. Give me the Eagles here, -7. Commanders defense, not great. Give me the Eagles -7 here.
Jeff, who you like to roll with in this one?
No, you go, Boone. You're good.
Where did you go? Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper,
You
scissors.
know what I mean?
We're tied now. Rock, paper, scissors.
If it wasn't a big deal, he'd want to go first. I would first last couple weeks. I think it's due.
Let's do rock, paper, scissors.
So you want me to? I have to go first again.
No, we didn't say that.
All
Rock,
right,
paper, scissors.
I have a number in my head.
Now I like the rock, paper, scissors. Come on, one real quick. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot, bazooka. Okay. That was a number in your head. Let's do number in your head. I just want to hit the bazooka out there.
Okay.
1 through what?
10.
I'm gonna go. You go first, Jeff.
No,
I'm gonna go.
first.
I'm gonna go 5. Before force you to pick a side. Caleb should have wrote the number down because he could just pick.
No,
like,
I swear. I mean,
write it down real quick then. I just forced you to have to pick a side.
That's such bullshit. This is stupid.
Come on now.
Either way, he has more numbers.
I offered you to go first. You said no, you. So I took the advantage.
All right, 4.
It was 2. Jeff gets it.
Wow. Let me see. Is that a Z?
All right, you go first, Boone.
That looks like a 7. All right, I'll go first. I'll take what did the Eagles do last week, man?
I think they blew someone out.
They did 31-0.
They blew out the
Oh
Raiders.
man, the Raiders are a fucking joke. Can I switch my pick?
I'm gonna take the Commanders.
Can I switch?
No, you don't let me switch last week.
Sure.
That's fair. I asked you last week and you
Sure.
said
No,
no, you
it's
can't.
fine. I get it.
That was a big moment last week, and I lost that game because you didn't let me switch.
Where's this? This is in
Washington. Yep. You got this, bud.
Bud.
I'm gonna go with the Eagles. Eagles by 7. I'll take them.
Eagles? All right. Next game, Caleb. Packers are on the road versus the Bears. This is probably one of the biggest games of the week outside of this Rams game and Seahawks last night. Bears are 1.5-point favorites at home. Who are you rolling with, Caleb?
Yeah, this is one of my favorite bets of the week. Give me the Bears -1.5. Or that's what it is, -1.5.
1.5. Yep.
Yeah, I just think if they do what they're good at and that's controlling the line of scrimmage and running the ball, I think the Bears are going to have a lot of success. I think it's going to be a close game, might even be an ugly game in the cold at Soldier Field. But give me Chicago -1.5. I love this pick.
Yeah, I'm right there actually with you, Caleb. I think the Bears. I know in Detroit we need the Packers to win to kind of help still have an opportunity to win the division if we want even a chance. I got to go the Bears with this one. They lost to them a couple weeks ago. They lost by 1 possession, and it was in Green Bay. I would think at home, banged up. No Micah Parsons. Christian Watson's banged up. A.G.'s Burners put Jacobs is banged up. I feel like, but the Bears actually don't have Roman Dunze or DJ Moore, I believe. So I think they're both out as well.
Luther
But
Burden.
Luther Burden. Okay.
Okay, I was going to say.
I know 2 of their wide receivers are out. So that's a tough one. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go the Chicago Bears.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Bears too. I'm gonna go with the Bears too. I'll take the Bears.
Everyone's taking the Bears across the board. This is getting interesting, boys. Chargers at the Cowboys. Cowboys are 2.5-point favorites. Cowboys really aren't playing for anything anymore besides their pride. But the Chargers obviously are still playing out there, playing for opportunity with seeding and different things like that. Caleb, who are you rolling with in this one?
These are 2 teams I just don't know who they are. I guess we could say now the Cowboys aren't a playoff team, but I just can't get a good grasp. And we're already week 16 into the year. I just don't know what either of these teams are. I don't know if the Chargers are legit. I don't know if the Cowboys are that bad. But they're 2.5-point favorites, correct, Boone?
Yep, 2.5.
Yeah, give me that. Give me Cowboys -2.5.
Why is it 2.5? I don't know why that would be 2.5.
Exactly. That's why I'm taking the Cowboys.
I'm going to take the Chargers. I don't think the Cowboys are playing anything or for anything. The Chargers need seeding, and the Chargers have actually been a really good football team the last few weeks. They've been beating good teams and winning games. So give me the Chargers.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Cowboys here. I'm going to take the Cowboys in this spot. They're not eliminated yet.
They have a 0.2% chance of making the playoffs.
Well, they're not going to think of it like that. They're like, let's win out. They're still going to play for something. They're not officially eliminated yet. So that's how they look at it. So they're still going to play. They're going to compete. And they're at home. I'll take the Cowboys in the spot. I can see the Chargers dropping this one. It's one of those games. We'll drop this game and move on.
Next one. What a matchup here. Vikings, 2.5-point favorites, 9 versus Jackson Dart on the road in New York versus the Giants at MetLife. Caleb, you're up first here.
The thing with this is if you take the Giants, you're basically betting on them to win with that 2.5-point spread. Because how often do you see a team win by 2? Man. Get square play, very square. But give me the Vikings. Give me the Vikings minus 2.5. I hate it. It's ugly. That's square as hell, but I'll take it.
Caleb, I think it's the right play, though. I'm going to take the Vikings as well. I think that's the right play. The Vikings are playing some good football right now, man. They actually are. They beat the Cowboys. They beat the Commanders. They beat the Commanders by like 30+. They beat the Cowboys by 2 scores as well. I think they're starting to get into a little bit of a rhythm. Obviously, I don't think they have a chance to, they're kind of just playing just to kind of, get essentially it feels like they're just trying to get, this team acclimated for next season and get a feel for JJ. And I think Kevin O'Connell's doing a good job of it right now. I think the Giants are more so in that spot of we need to drop games for a better draft position. As crazy as that sounds, I know people don't believe in that much. I do. I think that they're going to, they can't really afford, to win games right now trying to get a better draft spot. They only have, 2 wins. So I'm going to go the Vikings in this one.
I'm going to take the Giants. I'm going to take the Giants in this spot. Vikings have a ton of injuries. They just lost 2 more guys to IR. Greenard's out. Metellus is out. And I think Abdul Carter, Brian Burns, and Dexter
Lawrence.
Lawrence
Wants to go last.
I think those 3 defensive linemen are going to make JJ uncomfortable. So I'm gonna take the Giants in this spot. I don't love it, but we're gonna swing here. Why not?
All right, that's fair. Bills 10.5-point favorites in Cleveland versus Jeff's quarterback Shedeur Sanders.
Yeah, this is the Bills all day. I mean, Shedeur Sanders looks like he has no clue what he's doing out there. Jeff, I'm sorry. It's difficult watching him play, man. It's difficult. I know he's a rookie, but he is struggling out there. He is struggling. And I just think the Bills are going to be able to put up points. The Cleveland can't stop the run. I know Cleveland has they're known for having a good defense. This team, they do not have a good rushing defense. And that's what the Buffalo Bills do best is running the football. I think the Bills you might as well take minus 21. I mean, I think this game is going to be a blowout. Give me the Bills minus 10.5 pretty easily. One of my favorite picks of the week again.
This feels like a game with the Bills. I don't know if you guys get this feeling, but I know they don't want to start sitting people, but where they want to get up big and give guys a little fourth quarter rest.
They'll be up big, Boone.
You know what I mean? That's how I get a feel. I get a feeling with this game. I know it sounds crazy, but a Josh Allen, James Cook, man, we need to get these guys a little bit of rest. They've been in some battles the last few weeks in the cold. I'm going to take the Bills. I think they win by 2 touchdowns in this one.
Yeah, I'm going to go with you. I'm going to take the Bills. Not going to waste too much time on that pick.
Next game, Carolina. It's actually the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are 3-point favorites on the road in Carolina. And it's essentially they play each other 2 times in the next 3 weeks. It's essentially for the division. Caleb, who are you rolling with in this one?
Give me Carolina. Tampa Bay has done nothing to show me that they're a legit good team. Baker Mayfield has not played well. And the Panthers kind of just pull these really nice wins out of their ass, and I think they're going to do one this week. I'm not saying that Bryce Young is going to have a fantastic game, but I think they're going to find a way to win. As a 2.5-point dog at home, yeah, I like that a lot. Give me the Panthers plus 2.5.
I'm going opposite. I think the Bucs, I think they've been losing a couple games. I think they're trying to get a rhythm down. I think this is just going to be one of those games where they just figure it out and they win it. Like push comes to shove, their season's on the line essentially. And I feel like the more experienced team gets it done, even though they're on the road. The fact that they're 3-point favorites on the road, I think should tell you, how Vegas feels about this Bucs team. So I'm going to take the Bucs.
Yeah, I'm taking the Bucs. The Panthers have they got swept by the Saints this year, man. Like they're so inconsistent.
It's not bad, dude.
No, but they're inconsistent. Like they score 17 points in a loss against the Saints. They beat the Rams, and then they score 9 in a loss against the 49ers. They beat the Falcons, score 30, and then they score 7 against the Saints. I don't know how you can look at this Panthers team and have faith in them in this spot. Like I just don't. I give you a lot of credit here, Caleb. I'm taking the Bucs. I think Baker's perfect with the Bucs against the Panthers, but he's definitely always thinking about them releasing him. So,
Jeff, I apologize. Did you take the Bills or the Browns? I apologize.
Bills. Give me the Bucs here. They're just so inconsistent. The Panthers, man. I don't know.
I really like the Panthers.
Well, watch them. They could score 30 this week or score 7.
You said those games, was that in order? Like, did they score 30, then 9, then?
Yeah, well, no, if you want to go in order, the last 5 games, they scored 7, 30, 9, 31, 17.
You know what that means. You know
They're
what that
on track
means.
for another 30. Yeah, up-down theory.
Yes. They're scoring 40 this week.
That's funny.
40 to 10 final in Carolina.
All right, next game here, boys. Cincinnati Bengals, they're 4.5-point favorites on the road versus the Miami Dolphins. This is, by the way, too, we haven't talked about this on the show. The quarterback situation in Miami was very weird. I don't know if you guys saw Mike McDaniels go to the media, and when he broke it down, something must have happened in the building with Tua that lost all of the trust for that team and that staff. And I'm not saying like on the field wise, I feel like something off the field happened, because Mike McDaniels comes in and goes, Quinn Ewers is our starting quarterback. Zach Wilson is our number 2. And Tua, who we're paying $1 bajillion, is our emergency quarterback. Not even your backup, an emergency quarterback.
That's crazy.
So something must have happened in that building that mindsets changed with Tua, because he's not even their backup.
He just won 4 straight before this.
Yeah, so there's something really weird going on in Miami right now. But Cincinnati are 4.5-point favorites on the road. Caleb, who you're rolling with?
Yeah, this is probably going to be the public play here, but I'm going to take the Bengals -4.5. I just see a lot of 3-and-outs in Miami's future. I don't see like Quinn Ewers leading, long drives to touchdowns. That means Miami's defense is going to be on the field a lot against Joe Burrow and that offense. Give me the Bengals -4.5. And can I add like a bonus pick? Jamar Chase is scoring this week. He is scoring this week. I will put that down as a Caleb lock. Jamar Chase is scoring.
Jamar Chase is scoring.
He's scoring.
All right. I like that. I'm going the Cincinnati Bengals here as well. I don't see how Miami even stays close in this game, to be honest. I don't see a world. I'm interested to see Quinn Ewers. Who was that? Was that one of you guys that came up to me and said something about Quinn Ewers this week? Someone in my life said something about Quinn Ewers like a week ago to me and was like, when are we going to be able to see Quinn Ewers? And I was like, where does he even play? And he was like, oh, he's in Miami. And I was like, what? This is the most random, like, what? And then all of a sudden, a week later, Quinn Ewers is a starting quarterback. And I was like, what? I can't remember who it was. I might be having dreams that are telling the future. Yeah, but I'm taking the Bengals.
Yeah, I'm taking the Bengals too, man. I don't even need to see Quinn Ewers. I'm good.
So we're all taking Cincy.
Yeah. And honestly, Quinn might be good, but the reality is you're going Joe Burrow versus Quinn Ewers in his first start. Joe Burrow, man. Yeah.
All right, this is a good game as well. The Jacksonville Jaguars are on the road in Denver. Denver's a 3.5-point favorites at home, boys. What are we rolling with?
The Jags are kind of my team. I had them to win their division this year before the year. And I think I got to ride with them this week. I don't really like to pick that much. But what are they, 5.5-point underdogs?
3.5.
3.5. Just give me the Jags. Give me the Jags. I trust Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, I have written down here as well. I have the Jags here on my end. I think the 3.5 points. I think the Broncos. It feels like when they play good teams, it's like it comes down to it. Last possession. I always just take the underdog if it's like 3.5, 7.5. So I'll take the 3.5. With the Jags.
What's the spread you said?
3.5.
I hate that number.
It's a good number if you have the Jags.
Yeah, well, I'm going Broncos. But that's why I hate the number. You know what? I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna just stick with the Broncos here. I think that I keep going against them. Not going against. I just think they're like against the spread and the opponents. Just thinking they'll play.
Yeah.
They keep finding ways to just win games. So I'm just gonna take them again here.
The New England Patriots boys on the road versus the Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens are actually favored by 2.5 here. Caleb last week took the Ravens, I think, as a lock of the week.
Mm-hmm.
I just wrote my play down, so I don't the Ravens seem to be like a team that you have a good feel for, maybe the Patriots as well. I'll put my hands up. I wrote my play down. I want to hear what yours is, Caleb. I'm interested.
Yeah, guess you could call me the Ravens whisperer. Look, in this one, the Patriots are coming off a loss, and they're coming off a really bad loss, a game they were up 21-0 in. The Ravens are fighting for a playoff spot, but they're not that good. Like, the Ravens are just really not that good, and I think the Patriots are in a bounce-back spot. I know, Booner, what you're thinking, and I was kind of thinking the same thing, that Vegas is kind of telling you that, what's going to happen in this game. They make the Ravens the favorite, even though they're not as good of a team. Usually I'm all over those type of spreads, but I think it's Patriots in this one. I think they win it on the road. I'm not going to mark this one down as a lock like I did last week in the Ravens game, but I'm going to take the Patriots +3, and we'll probably sprinkle some money line there.
Yeah, I'm taking the Patriots too. That's what I wrote down.
It's gonna be ugly. It's a public bet. Everybody's gonna be on the Patriots, but
it's +2.5. I wrote down for mine -2.5. Yeah, it's +2.5. Yeah, I'm taking the Patriots. I think they do win this game. I think the Broncos or the Ravens just aren't. They're just not good enough, man. They're just not good this year, and they have won games, but I just don't see it in them. I really don't. I'm taking the Patriots, and especially with the Patriots coming off a Bills loss. They want to get back on track here. They do.
Mr. Iafrate.
Mike Vrabel off a loss is like Dan Campbell off a loss. You take Mike Vrabel off a loss. He's going to take he's going to do it.
Thinking about it.
Do it. I'll write it down right now. I just wrote it down. You're on the Baltimore Ravens.
So we have this is going to be an interesting slate. I'll tell you that. This is going to be an interesting slate. I'll take the Ravens.
Wow, I like that pick, man. I mean, this is a fun that spread is so fun. That spread is so fun.
Wow.
Robert Spillane out. Carlton Davis
this is
questionable.
Gonna be something, man.
Barmore questionable.
Hey, last game here real quick because I wanted to get to 10 games, so we're doing Monday Night Football. 49ers are 5.5-point favorites versus the Colts. Who are you boys rolling with?
Yeah, Caleb? This is gonna be elder abuse. I mean, I know they kept this game close last week, the Colts. But I mean, after watching Phillip Rivers last week, they are not going to stay within 5.5 points. San Fran. I'm sorry, San Fran -5.5. I mean, what more I say than Phillip Rivers is 150 years old and probably shouldn't be the quarterback of the Colts right now. And it looks like he's not. And no offense, Phillip, but you look like you're on the Caleb diet. You might have. Doesn't look like he's in that great of shape.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't look good at all. I'm going the 49ers as well, Caleb.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the 49ers.
So we're all on the 49ers?
Yep.
So that game's just a wash.
So how many do we have different? How many do we have different? Me and you, Boone. That's what I'm curious.
So you have Philly, I have Washington. We both have Chicago. I have the Chargers, you have Dallas. Okay. I have Minnesota, you have the Giants.
Wow.
We both have the Bills, we both have the Bucks, we both have Cincinnati. I have Jacksonville, you have the Denver Nuggets. I'm just kidding, the Broncos. You have Baltimore, I have New England. and we both have the 49ers.
That's
Dude,
5 different picks.
So this thing can change. I mean, it really might not change that much. Someone's going to be in the lead though because it's an odd number. 5 is the odd number.
Yeah.
So someone's gonna end up taking the lead next week because it's gonna be either 3-2 or 2-3, or someone's gonna have a big week.
That's why I like the order change. Not that I do believe my picks, but I like the situation I'm in where I can be like, okay, we have to make a move. Like we can't just keep picking the same teams and go to the end. Like we're gonna see right now this week.
Caleb might be able to make a little run too.
I have a proposition for you guys. I have a proposition. Okay?
We're not going to give you like free games or anything to count as 2.
That's what I wanted.
Oh,
you got to. You got to work. We worked all season to get to where we're at.
I like a pick that's not on the slate. Maybe I'll just give it to the people.
What
I
pick
guess
do you like?
Count against my
bonus
record.
pick for Caleb, one extra one.
I mean, look, it's an ugly pick, man. It's disgusting.
Do you know what? Actually, time out before you say it.
Mm-hmm.
This pick will count for you and you only because earlier this season, you sent me your card. You have one less game than me and Jeff. You sent me your card one week without a game in it, and you missed a game. And I texted you to get it, and you didn't send it to me in time. So this will catch you back up to the exact amount of games as me and Jeff.
Okay. It's ugly. It's ugly. You're looking at one of these teams that came into the year, one of the Super Bowl favorites. You have the best player in the world. You just got eliminated from playoff contention. Your quarterback is done for the year.
Gardner Minshew.
Your tight end is basically 1 foot out the door. Your coach might be 1 foot out the door. And they're playing against a young, spry Tennessee Titans team. Give me the Titans +3 against the Kansas City Chiefs. How the hell does that Chiefs locker room get up for a game like this? That doesn't mean anything. When you, like I said, are arguably one of your best players, Travis Kelce, is 1 foot out the door. Andy Reid, look, one of the greatest coaches of all time. Who knows what his situation is after this? The Chiefs are not good at running the ball, and it's not like Gardner Minshew is a great quarterback. Give me the Titans +3 at home. That's my extra pick.
Wow.
That's
and I bet you weren't. And I see Anakin says in the chat, the Titans, seriously? That's what I'm spending my extra pick on?
Fantasy, so
give me the Titans.
Wow.
+3. It's ugly. It's gross, but we're just going to sit there and watch it win.
All right. I wrote it down. You're locked in with it. Titans +3. I do real quick. I need you guys' help before we end the show because there are games tomorrow. I need to win to get into the championship. So I need a big week, boys. I'm going to go through my lineup and I'm going to go through my bench. And I need you two boys to help me make sure I get the right guys in. Because I don't have a lineup to where it's like these are just all-star. I have like dudes, you know what I'm saying? So I have so I have Jalen Hurts in 22 projected 22. Amarion Hampton and Aaron Jones are my 2 running backs. And I have Kenneth Gainwell in my flex. The other running backs that I have that I could play, Kyle Monangai versus the Packers. Should I go Aaron Jones and Amarion? Roll with them?
Probably. I just think that
Amarion, yes. Aaron Jones, yes, because you got to because that run defense is so bad for the Giants.
Okay. So this is my last question, my other question.
So
I have Amon-Ra. He's a lock-in. But in my last wide receiver spot, I have Tedoroa McMillan. And then in my flex spot, I have Kenneth Gainwell. On the bench, so McMillan's projected 13. Gainwell's projected 13. On the bench, I have Jordan Addison, Troy Franklin, Kyle Monangai, and Brian Thomas Jr. Do I replace Tet McMillan or Kenneth Gainwell with one of those two, one of those 3 or 4?
I wouldn't touch those. What do you think, Caleb? I wouldn't. I like what you got.
I don't know. I like Monangai a lot because I think they're going to try to pound the rock, but he is like, if you don't get a touchdown out of him, you're getting 6 points.
Yeah,
you know?
I played him last week, and luckily I snuck by because Amon-Ra, and he gave me like 3 points last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
So
might be a lead back this week. That's the only reason why it's enticing because DeAndre Swift's questionable.
Yeah.
He has a hamstring.
I think you just got to wait until you kind of see that injury report come out.
If you want to make a
night.
move,
I'm gonna be at a
I know,
Christmas
but that's
party.
good for you. That's good that it's tomorrow night because then you just get to make that decision. Then, like, if DeAndre Swift's out, you put Monangai in for Gainwell, I think.
And you think Jordan Addison, he had 8 last week. Nothing. Troy Franklin last week, bro. Troy Franklin had 20 last week. Brian Thomas Jr. last week had 17.
Yeah, but that Denver defense, the secondary is pretty good.
Yeah, that's fair.
The only thing I would debate is I'd put Gainwell in Aaron Jones' spot and then move another guy into that flex. But I don't know who would you put in that flex, because I don't know if I trust Aaron Jones all the time. I just
Gainwell versus the Lions though,
because he catches a lot. He could lead the team in reception.
See his last couple of weeks. He had 16, 19, 6, 18, 30.
He gets catches and he gets touches. I mean, he gets touches in general.
It really doesn't matter with the flex though, because Aaron Jones plays Saturday night. Aaron and Monangai play Saturday night. So
that's why I don't know. Like maybe I'd do like Monangai if you want to go that route. If he's the lead back, maybe you put him.
Aaron Jones is projected 14 points.
Dude, he hasn't had like great games. That's why I'm like confused. Maybe
He hasn't. He has had double digits. Is their other guy down? Jordan Mason?
No, he's playing.
All right. Tomorrow I'm going to have to get back with the fellas.
Yeah, he's playing. Hey, good stuff today, fellas. Appreciate you all. We'll be live Sunday, DraftKings Sports and Social in Troy for a game day. So come hang out with us. Shout out to Caleb. You should tune in tomorrow, 9 a.m. Caleb will be chopping it up. Come hang out on a Saturday morning with Caleb. Do it. All right.
Yes,
9 a.m.
9 a.m. Sharp.
Peace.
Love you guys.